The worst part is the quiet, because your first failure didn't scream, it stole the sound from your future. It was winters in India, and I saw a poor man asleep on a footpath, shirtless, and he was breathing like life was normal. Something in me snapped back on. And guys, I swear, like literally something in me snapped back on. Because, like I said, I was going through my first big failure, and it felt like it just stole the sound from my future. That's how I felt after my first big failure. And when I saw that poor man who was asleep on the footpath, he was shirtless and he was sleeping in calm, and he was breathing like life was normal. Literally, that's how he was. It just snapped something in me. It felt like I have a second chance. There are a lot of unprivileged people who don't have a lot of chances, and here I was making excuses and a lot of other things after my first big failure. And it felt like I said just some seconds back, it felt like my first big failure stole the sound from my future. That's how I felt after my first big failure. And when I saw that poor man asleep on the footpath, shirtless, it just made me realize I have a second chance. I literally have a second chance. That's how it made me feel. And I'm pretty sure, guys, if you're between the ages of 18 to 25 and you just went through your first big failure, I know how that feels. It's the worst feeling ever. The worst feeling is the quiet, guys, after your first big failure. It's the worst, I know. But guys, just go outside. Go outside and look at those poor people who are literally unprivileged, who don't have a lot of opportunities in life. And look at yourself. You have opportunities. Even after your first big failure, you have the opportunity to go outside and make it in your second chance. That's how privileged you are. And like I said, after looking at that poor person asleep, shirtless, I did go and help him though, guys. But after looking at him, just it just snapped something in me that I have the opportunity to go out there and achieve what I want in my second chance. And so there's no use of making any excuses. And even now, if I feel something, I go outside and I look at people who are unprivileged. I make sure to help them as well in the best way that I can. But it also makes me realize that I have all the opportunities in the world to go out there and be successful, even after my first big failure. But guys, again, like I said, your first big failure, especially if you're between the ages of 18 to 25, is the worst feeling ever. It hurts a lot, when you love doing something so much, and you just go through your first big failure in that, and you've given so many years to that and you fail at it. Oh, it's literally the worst feeling ever, guys. And I can understand that pain. I can relate to your pain. And so you can trust me, guys. I'm like your brother who has been through the exact same freaking pain. But like I said, guys, just go outside. Look at those poor people who are a bit unprivileged, who have no opportunities out there. You can go out there and you can look at them and you can feel grateful. And also make sure you go and help them as well, guys. But you can feel grateful for the opportunities that you have even after your first big failure. And guys, again, if you're between the ages of 18 to 25, make sure you watch this video till the end, because soon, in some time, in some minutes, I will give you one neuroscience tip that will help you to move forward even after your first big failure. So stick till the end, guys, and the tip will help you a lot, guys. So see, guys, the truth is you're not unmotivated. You're grieving a version of you that promised you'd be ahead by now. That grief looks like scrolling and doing nothing. Guys, now I want you to try this very easy neuroscience tip. So now what I want you to do is hold your finger up and slowly draw a big X in the air for 15 seconds while your eyes follow it. On the last line, say one thing you control in the next 10 minutes, then do it. For your convenience, guys, I will repeat on what you have to do again. Hold your finger up and slowly draw a big X in the air for 15 seconds while your eyes follow it. On the last line, say one thing you control in the next 10 minutes, then do it. So, guys, scientifically, slow eye tracking interrupts the stuck loop and pulls your brain into the present. Naming one controllable action lights up the decision system so you feel control again. And so, guys, this is one very easy tip that you can do right now or right after this video ends. But the step-by-step rapid neuroscience brain resets is in the Phoenix Reset, the 24-hour ICE course, which is specifically built for 18 to 25-year-olds going through their first big failure. And it's designed to help you stop overthinking your first big failure feel motivated again, and take bold action toward your next goal, all in just 24 hours using neuroscience backed methods. So, the course link is in the description, guys. Stop spiraling, get clear, move again in just 24 hours. So, guys, if your first big failure made life feel small and pointless, don't fight your mind, redirect it. So, join me inside the Phoenix Reset, the 24-hour ICE course. The course link is in the description. And, guys, share this video with other 18 to 25-year olds going through their first big failure. The more you share it with other 18 to 25-year olds, the more they will feel like they're being seen, and they will feel like there's support for them, and that way we can create a community of successful 18 to 25-year olds who became successful even after their first big failure. So do share it, guys. And also don't forget to share your first failure story in the comment section. Do share that. Let's relate, let's build trust. And guys, make sure you do the tip that I gave you right after this video ends. The faster that you take the action is the faster that you will keep moving in life. So, guys, I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye.